Wow, very great opening. Huh? So you have set the standard very high for me. So,
Yeah, you are always in a high standard only, doctor.
Yes, correct.
Okay, everybody has their coffee first.
Yeah. Today I am taking speaker tea, doctor.
All right. Okay, so let's get the things rolling. Okay, my audio all is very clear, right?
Yeah. No problem, doctor.
Okay. A little bit of hold on. Just 1 minute, please.
Yeah. Just one more announcement to everyone today. So next time the meeting started at 8:30 Malaysian time. So if possible, be on time so that we can start earlier. So that is the most important. Sometimes you have to wait for people to come in. So you will drag some time and people are joining in, they have to wait. So we need to understand that need to start the meeting at 8:30 so that we can finish it at as soon as possible. So everyone can enjoy the meeting. So this is a humble request to everyone.
So
Okay, I'm going to keep everyone muted. Okay. Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, DXN. So today we're going to speak about a very important session. This is how powerful is the therapeutical mushroom. Before that, a little introduction about me. Thanks to my co-host, I've done a very good job of explaining on the gynotherapy. I believe that most of the members here today is senior members. Today, simultaneously, we have a couple of Zooms running. So most probably some are switching from there to here, but doesn't matter. We have the recording version here. You could, able to pass it on to them to listen for those who are missing this session. All right. Before that, I'm Dr. Firdaus, being a medical doctor for more than 25 years, been an emergency physician for about 15 years. So now what I'm doing is DXN is my first profession. So medical is my second profession. Why? Because I believe in educating people, that showing them or rejuvenating the sense of health, what is really health and what we could do and what we shouldn't do. This will be the best option. So, and also thanks to this pandemic, now every one of us are in Zoom, and this has been our best ever learning platform. Okay, I would say that, I would claim, because it's really given us a very good, reset, global reset. All right, today we are going to talk about the therapeutical effect. What is the functional mushroom? Okay, you see, we've been having this mushroom products. Okay, we are a mushroom company, we are a Ganoderma company, DXN, but yet a lot of people not have the grip or do not really know how powerful. And people are having this product and yet they are not using it as how they are supposed to. And this is the setback, what I feel. So let's see, what really I could give you and make you all understand how powerful it is. Okay, we are having, we have heard about, like, saying what spiritual mushroom, and it has soul in the mushroom, so many things, because the reason behind this is what? Because at times when you see the healing, is beyond our explanation. We are just lost. We do not know how to explain. So how is this possible? Which is not, or which cannot be done medically, but the system, the body, the mushroom could able to come to that extent. So what is really going on? Okay. You see, nowadays we see the thing is what you eat is what you are. This is what exactly it is. In fact, this is very true. Okay, I would say it is very true. The reason is because yesterday I visited one of my very good friend, and they were telling me or sharing with me about their uh, sister's son and children. They've been very hyper. They're like, jumping from there, jumping here, very tantrum for that age. And even they like, um, do a lot of things which adults does, okay, in terms of communication, very rude and things like that. Okay, what is the cause, they asked me. It could be possible it is food. I told them, yes, it is partly it's food. Okay, food is the major cost for all this. So this is what people say, in 16th centuries, what you eat, what you are. So the food plays the very, very important role. But nowadays, people has practically lost sense in comes to eating habit or diet, and you do not know what to eat, how to eat, when to eat. Practically lost. If you take an African, they do not eat like how they are supposed to eat. They are more westernized. They eat, a lot of other things. And same goes to the Malaysian. They always start their day with bread and butter and milk, which are not staple food of their culture. See, everything has gone haywire. The whole world. The Japanese has not been a Japanese. The Africans has not been an African. The Indians are not been Indians. Everything has changed. Why? You see, now this is an informative world. People have a lot of access to information. Technologically, we are so advanced. But why is that people are getting disease? A lot of new types of diseases coming. What could be the reason? What is behind this? This is a very big question that cannot be answered. We have modality of treatment. We have advanced treatment, advanced chemotherapy, this, that, genetical engineering, this, everything we have. But why is that everybody is getting disease so fast? The statistic of diabetic is spiking up, statistic of cancer spiking up. Everything is going against the human. So the reason behind this is the food. Okay, people practically are giving a lot of thoughts, a lot of importance to taste. Taste is the main priority, and also they are practically drowned in the informative world. See, they are practically drowned. They are just sinking with the so much of information out there in Google, and they don't know which is right, which is wrong. Okay, and they are not getting the right one, right information. Yesterday, I met one of my friends. Guy is a Nigerian, and he is having a lot of discomfort in his stomach. And I've seen him a couple of years back, and I've given him advice, and he takes very good advice. He takes care of his food. After that, it's not been taking on flour and this and that. But according to him, he's taking very good food, very, very good food. He takes all good stuff. He sent me the list. And I asked him, what are the food you take? Send me the list. Every damn thing is so expensive, good stuff. But that doesn't mean that that can be good. You see, too much of vegetables. He's on too much of vegetables, all good stuff, this, that, blah, 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 all nutritional. All this internet says is good. But what is really your food? And yesterday I met him and I told him, hello, brother, you should eat like an African. Why are you eating like you're totally lost? I said, doctor, this is very good. You see, when he takes too much of protein diet, too much of fiber, too much of all this stuff, there is no enzyme in his diet, and there is no fat. Fat, enzymes is the most important, the good fat. There is no good fat, there is no enzymes, it's not chewing well. All this will lead him to leaky gut. This leaky gut secret is, it is extremely slow. You will never even know that you have leaky gut. Slowly, it will contaminate your whole body, spike up the inflammatory, and it will start to, one of your microbiome in your stomach, in small intestine, large intestines, and everything. In about 7 years or 10 years, slowly it will start to eat your kidney. I advised him to go and get a blood test done. I expect the creatinine, and this creatinine and this GFR could be elevated. Yes, it's a very beginning stage. You see what will happen. So you may not know. So this leaky gut will lead you to have a renal dysfunction. And after about 20 years or 25 years, if he is going to continue his lifestyle current for another 15 years, most probably he will fail to have a good kidney, end up in dialysis. This is how suddenly someone does, get a culture shock, get shocking. And when they do the blood test, they see, wow, doctor will say your kidney is so bad, extremely damaged. Your creatinine is already like up to 600-700. You need to go for dialysis. How do you explain this? But physically, he's healthy. You don't have any problem. Always I used to get this kind of case. I have energy, I got no problem, leg never swollen, everything is good, doctor. But the creatinine is so high, GFR is already 4th stage. So doctor told me I have to put in a fistula and for a dialysis. Can you reverse this back? Practically any kidney disease, which is stage 4, it is very, very difficult. You see, this is the problem. So you got to identify what is really good food and not good food, what you're supposed to eat, what you're not supposed to eat, and everything. I hope, the one who is listening today will have enough question on this food area at the end of the session. I'm going to go through with you how strong what we have in our hand, which is the functional or super therapeutical food, which we have the magical mushroom. So let's see. So what you eat, what you are. All right. Okay. Why you need therapeutical mushroom? How they help your immune system? Apparently, this point of time in this pandemic, the immune system is the most important and everybody is working on it. But how are you going to boom or have a good immune system? And even comes to this, people practically are lost in the information world. People are overdoing things, and which is also wrong. But we cannot go and change everyone. Okay. And see, the functional mushroom, it is nothing new. It has been years, for thousands of years, we are exposed to mushrooms. We know about mushrooms. Our great grandfathers, mothers, uncle, auntie, our ancestors have been using mushroom. It's nothing new. Okay. During in Stone Age time, people are just using mushroom. But people is lost. They don't know. It is an immune modulator. So what is a modulator? Or, its modulator is something, it gives you a kickstart, okay, to the immune system. It is extremely powerful. It gives you a kickstart, okay, on its module, okay. It's also, in a way, it regulates. You see, it's regulating is extremely powerful. If say your immune system is keeping apart, okay, it's regulating in a very high manner, and suddenly it tends to drop due to some condition. Okay, say you've been retrenched. If you have mind bothering or mentally disturbed, your immune system tends to drop. If you are on mushroom-based food, if you have a therapeutical mushroom regularly added into your diet, you have this modulator is taking care of your immune system. So it will regulate back. It will push it up. And some people, due to a certain food and, their genes are, hyperactive due to many reasons, they will have sort of lupus, which is immune system disorder. The immune system will start to be so hyper and start to eat up your own system. And this is hyperimmune system. And there is another one is low immune system. It will push it up in both ways. So if you're having a low immune system, you'll push it up higher. If you have high, it will reduce. And all the other parameters, it will take care. This is the power of the mushroom, the fungi. Mushroom falls under the group of fungi. And what is human made of? Human made of full of bacteria, virus, and also this fungi sort of mechanism. So we are very much connected with the nature, and we are very much connected with the fungus sort of. This is part of the blueprint. When you take any therapeutical food such as the mushrooms, any medicinal mushrooms, which all the mushrooms, what we have in DXN, it is therapeutical mushroom. Lion's mane, cordyceps, shiitake, everything. Just name it. I don't want to, keep repeating the same. All this has very high therapeutical effect. It is a modulator. Remember, none of the food out there has this powerful extent as modulating. They cannot modulate. They will just come and they go, the body has to use it. But this mushroom has very high modulating factor. The health benefit of the mushroom, okay? You see, the protein structure, okay, it is very, very powerful, okay? I missed the part of the protein. Okay. Okay. See, this is another most unique part of the mushroom, okay? It has very high effect of changing condition, the mind, okay? This is what we call one part of the mushroom has this content, which is psilocybin, okay, is increase the elastigenic substance, which will create more love. They have done a lot of studies, and this shows that even it can reduce the ego of a human. Then just imagine how powerful. All of us, when we are born with very openness. We have a lot of love. You see, a baby, it practically smiles every second. It laughs every second. And that is how the baby, and that is how every human being is born. After over the years, we get exposed to many, many things. Then people become more vengeance, more, grudges, a lot of hatreds, and become very temperamental, wild, selfishness, all this develop due to many circumstances. But this mushroom can even alter that part. That means just magic. Generally, all the mushrooms, most of the therapeutical mushrooms has more than 400 therapeutical nutritional component. You see, highly active component, which is more than 400. You see, so what are the 400? So they have many, many there, but we cannot go through. And in fact, the research has stopped, to that extent. They can ongoing, but it is not going to bring any kind of benefit other than we already found out. It is good for cancer, it's good for modulating, it's good for anxiety, it's good for mind mapping, so much of things. Name it, everything will have. That is the reason when you give a kid, Kokozi, it changed the pattern, the behavior of the child, the studying pattern, the thinking pattern, the responsiveness of the child. Everything can be controlled with Kokozi. There's so many anxiety patients have taken mushroom, RG, GL, spirulina, and all these things, especially this GL. They said, how come? I feel so calm now. I feel different. And that is the hallucinogenic part of the mushroom. It's so powerful. You see, we have that in the mushroom. And it comes to addiction. This addiction is another component, can be altered as well. Cocaine, heroin, marijuana, cigarettes, smoking, and alcohol. Very common, we get the feedback for alcohol. Anyone who regularly drink, which is not addicted, okay, the regular drinker, when they start to take these mushrooms, then after a period of time, they don't have the urge want to drink. They cannot go more than a glass or a mug. You see, this powerful is the ingredients in the mushroom. Highly therapeutic. A lot of people say you are obtaining, obtain the, a divinity through DXN. So many people says this because it does that much of miracle substance. This is where they have named it like miracle mushrooms and, many, many more. So it is very good for addiction. And then depression. You see, I personally have shared with a lot of people for depression. Depression is another component. Okay. I don't want to break and say what is what is what. We are not running a pharmaceutical class or a science class here. I just want people to know the most important top why we need this therapeutical mushroom and why people are not eating them as much as you can. Okay, so for depression is so powerful. Okay, but you need to volatile. You need to take different types of mushroom. That is very important. And this adenosine, we have this germanium, and all this is so powerful for depression. It reduces depression. This is how the anxiety is another little malfunction of the human because of, suddenly they become like, too hyper, too active, and, and all these things. And this depression also is extremely powerful. And then the protein structure. Okay, you see, at this point of time during this pandemic, we are talking about immune system. The most important component for the immune system is the protein. You need a good balanced protein. You need the good balanced amino acids. But are we getting? You can never get the complete source of amino acids from the current food what we are eating. There is so much damages has been done genetically. I spoke about genetic, all this stuff, processed meat and all. Please go to my website, for the in the YouTube and Google, and you can see this. So this protein is very, very important. So this protein in the mushrooms is so complete. It is very complete. It has the 9 essential amino acids to produce the balanced amino acids, the chain of amino acids. This is extremely important. Okay. And the protein in the mushroom, it is so much different compared to the rest of the proteins out there. See, if we have plant-based protein, we have animal-based protein. So the plant-based protein also, most of the time, what we have now, the genetically modified protein, vegetables, I'm not very sure, but definitely they did not come with a complete structure of proteins. The same goes to the animal protein as well. So how are we going to produce, how the body going to produce the complete chain of protein? None. That is why when we see the kids, they have a lot of defect before born, after born, and during my growing up, they have a lot of malnutrition deficiency produced. Eyesight power drops very fast. And nowadays you can see a lot of kids, the age of 7, 5, 6, they're already picking up spectacles, and they can see the hairs are not growing well. They have gray hair and, obesity, many more. Okay, very retarded, and not growing enough, not fast, and frequently they fall sick. This is another problem. So this is the part of the immunity modulating. So this is where you really need the therapeutical, medicinal mushroom. So this mushroom has a high branch chain amino acids. In short form, they call it BCAA. And this is extra modulating compared to the 9 essential amino acids, even has extra. So it can produce more stronger chain of amino acids when you have a BCAA. Okay, this is branched amino acids. So that powerful it is. So when you talk about the protein structure, okay, and this is so good in different types of mushroom has different structure of amino acids. Like cordyceps are different, lion's manes are different. They are meant for every different part of the body. Okay, like when you talk about cordyceps is what is good for. It is extremely good for powerful. It is a performance kind of mushroom. It's good for muscle, tendons, producing testosterone, which is more to a performance hormone, testosterone. And lion's mane is very good for brain, muscle, nerve, stomach, and all that. And then comes to reishi. Okay, Rishigano, Ganacilium, RGGL, and all these things. This is very good for immunity issues and the entire system, which is the king of the herb, the Ganoderma. And then goes to Shiitake is the same, and they have agaricos, and we have different more, okay, types of mushroom. All these mushrooms are so powerful. Yet, what are people doing? Okay, people are taking in a very, very small quantity, and this is what people are not really using it for the maximum. What I picked up today, it is the most important side of the mushrooms. I don't want to speak about the regular, okay, the sharing which most of the time we have done. I have also spoke about this RG and GL. In that, I have spoke about the different components of the mushroom. What I want you all to really understand is, ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand that this mushroom is food. What we have in DXN, it is extremely a super functional, highly therapeutical food, which can be given to anybody before born, after born. And when mothers are pregnant, that can be given to the mother, and also the baby will get through, the umbilical cord and all. So, and also for the born baby, 1 hour born baby, 1 day born baby, anyone. So all the one, the old people, the elderly ones, the athletics, sports, kids, anyone. So these mushrooms work very, very well, and it is a modulator. It is an immune booster, immune modulating, and it modulates the entire system, including the brain, even it can reduce ego of a human. Just imagine how powerful it can be. Okay, so let's go to the Q&A session. Co-host.
Yes, doctor.
All right. So any questions? So it's very simple, brief, because I want you all to know how important is, okay, the mushrooms. And we are not using it. You see, in DXN, we are very, very gifted. We are very, very gifted. We are the most gifted people on the earth, I guess, because we have all the therapeutical mushroom in capsules, in powder, and also added. That's why DXN has added these mushrooms to our daily use products.
Yes.
Your toothpaste, your soap, your lotion, the guano oil. Where you can get guano oil, where you can get reishi oil, where you can get mushrooms. In 2012, it was a trend. Okay, the coffee came into the picture by adding it. But DXN came with this kind of coffee even much, much earlier. We are the guru. When it comes to mushroom, when it comes to any types of mushroom, we are the guru. DXN is the guru. You got to understand. DXN is the guru. It is not an ordinary company. To produce a good mushroom, how do you classify this?
Yes.
You see, the Ganoderma is 30 times powerful in absorbing toxins. That's why many times we have a lot of articles says Ganoderma, you cannot take it for a long-term period because it is very dangerous and it contains of very high toxins. And some countries, they have, even in Malaysia, they says it is very highly toxic. It is very bad for kidney damages, and it is very bad for this, very bad for that, and all, and many things. Once a patient sent me this article, okay, it is listed in our KKM site. The reason is there are many companies are not doing a full toxin analysis.
Yeah.
Okay, they are not doing. We are established in 230 over countries worldwide, globally, 29 years old company. This is technically, we are going through the 29th. We completed 28 last year. This is our 29th year. And we are established in 230 over countries, product availability. 70 over countries, we have physical office. And in Malaysia, we have more than 350 types of products. So this is one roof, one world, one market, and we are one dragon company. What it means by that is we do our own research. The raw materials is our own, and we have our own lab study, and everything is under one roof. So that is why we can control, upkeep the quality. When it comes to quality, there is no compromisation. Dr. Lim Seo Chin is the founder of DXN. We are very grateful to him because when it comes to quality, they really keep the quality. So being an international organic certified company, they've done more than about 20 over toxin studies. But being a local company, you just want to sell the products locally, the standard is not up to that level. I think they only do about 4 to 5 types of chemical studies, the most important one. So, and how do you culture, how do you make, you grow them, and everything plays the role. So this is the reason. Common sense says, if you don't have the kind of quality, do you think that DXN can open branches in 70 countries? And the most difficult countries is Australia, Singapore, Europe, USA, and all the different countries, difficult countries we are established. Why? We are quality. So we are there. So the other local products, which is mushroom based, I myself are not there to take any. When you go for a walk in the park and you might see some Ganoderma growing, but do you think that you can eat that Ganoderma? No, because we do not know what is the toxin. You see, plants' nature, when you plant, is a minerals. You have vitamins and minerals. How these vitamins and minerals we get it? Okay, very simple. Only the mother nature can produce this. God has created the whole ecosystem. We have the soil, and a lot of mechanisms is below the soil, with earthworms and many, many things, and then sunlight is on the top. And this mycelium will be growing under the soil, and is all interconnected, all the plants. The big trees helps the small one helps the big one, and then the fungi, this, that, the whole ecosystem. We call it as wood wide web is going on the ground. So when we plant a plant or a vegetable in that soil, the vegetables will extract all the essential nutrition as needed. And every vegetable's nutrition absorption is different compared to the others. Okay, some be more on calcium, some will be less on calcium, some will be more on chromium, this and that, different. So our job is to take that vegetable, cut, cook, and eat. And sometimes the animals do eat them, and they will collect what they needed, they will process, and when we eat them, we get the nutrition. So it is one to another passing. This is how the world is all connected. So we all interconnected, but passing on the nutritions one to another, one to another. So when the soil is contaminated, that contamination will go into the vegetables and also the fruits. Now, a lot of people say, dengue, when it comes to dengue, papaya is good, Where is the papaya tree located? If it is next to the drain, and whatever comes in the drain, that toxin will be in that papaya. And this is why sometimes we heard that, when people eat mushroom, they die due to toxin. This is the reason. So you cannot simply eat, every single thing, but you have to know. So this is where the DXN plays the role, okay? And our mushroom is very highly therapeutical mushroom, and the tissue culture is going on for 29 years. So we have the best of the best chip. You see, the DXN mushroom is red color and very shiny. And that is the natural. It is not a photo gimmick. It is not a Photoshop edited version, or it's not been selected for photography purpose. When you go to the farm, you can see the top, all the shining. It's the natural. All right. So that shows that mushroom is mature, about to harvest. And this is how they identify this. So, and this quality control is so good. And all the mushrooms, I believe that many of you have been to a DXN farm. You can see all the mushrooms grows at the same time. And that is not easy. There is many mushroom experts been to the farm and they get a shock. How is that possible? You have 500 bags and all the 500 bags grows at the same time. That is the power of why? Because it's a guru. The founder is the guru, our guru, Dr. Lim Xiaojin, and the DXN is the guru of mushroom. So do not waste your time doing further research, eating the mushroom with a lot of doubts. Just pop it up as much as you can based on your affordability. If you can't afford much, give it to more people, then the universe will make it that you get more mushroom back in return. Simple as that.
Okay,
you see, our modality of, our philosophy, our vision is health, wealth, and happiness. First come in, get your health fixed. Go and get everybody's health fixed. Everybody needs health. You can be rich, you can be poor, whatever religions, color are different. Doesn't matter. Internally, your blood is red. You have one heart, two kidneys, and all the same organ, the same way how it works. So feed them with the good stuff, which we have. And spirulina is another mind-blowing nutritional stuff. You see, what we have in Ganoderma, what we have in mushroom, we do not have it in spirulina. So that's why we have both. So when you take both, you are extremely super modulated immunity system you have. Yes. At this point of time, this is what you really need. So give it to every one of your loved ones, not your loved ones, your enemy, your good ones, and everybody you give them, make them healthy. Yeah. You see, it's good to have a lot of enemies in the market because they are also, initiator, instigator, and they give you motivation directly in many ways. So give it to everybody. A lot of people are even giving to their pet, their totis, their, fish at home. Everyone can take this. That is so good. So and then the universe will send you a lot of money, and in a way that you will, in return, you can fix your health in extremely good way. See, yes, so this is what you got to know, and please go to the Q&A session.
Yeah, we have some questions here, Doctor.
Yes, please.
All right, and first question is, so I am diagnosed with leukemia
Okay.
and have hospital gave me a chemo to take orally.
Mhm.
And they told me to stop all the mushrooms and vitamin C. Can I stop and take GL and Morinzi? That means you want to stop the chemo and you want to start with GL and Morinzi. He is asking whether it can or not.
Where is this person based?
I don't think so. You want to
Which part
tell
of the
his
country?
name because he sent me privately. I'm not sure. I think from not sure from where. I think maybe I'm not sure, doctor, from where is it?
What time is the question? 9?
9:20.
9.
He sent directly to me.
Okay. All right. Very simple. Okay. You see, the chemotherapy, it is one part of the treatment where they kill all the cells. At times, you need to combine both treatment. Okay. I personally recommend based on condition. Okay. Uh, we are not telling the chemo is good or not good. You see, when you do a chemotherapy on yourself, you are killing the entire cells. But cancer cells are so good in growing in bad environment. So the growing back cells all will be bad cells. So you need to prepare the body to regrow the good cells.
Yes.
So that will only happen if your immune system has given what they needed, which is nutrition, minerals, and all the other essential therapeutical nutrition. Then the system will start to work, and then the whole entire system will remodulate. Then they will fight back. But no cancer chemotherapies can kill the gene, the mother cells of the cancer. Cannot. That is where the recurrence is every 5 years. You see? So you can integrate both. Okay. Do the chemo, take the entire DXN products.
Yes.
You see, in hospital, don't ask them about mushroom. They do not know anything about mushroom. At the same time, there are so many research papers, very less doctors has the knowledge how good the mushroom is. So you got to believe in your own system and believe in the DXN, believe in the product where we have. We have 10 million, more than 10 million members in DXN. There are many cancer patients that have been survived. They are taking DXN products, okay, and it's been very mind-blowing, helpful.
Yeah.
Integrate both, and you will come out of it, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
So you don't need to go and tell them exactly what you're doing, blah, blah, all these stuffs.
Yes.
This is your own right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you ask the doctors, how if I do this without that and that and that? No, you already signed the indemnity letter. You're taking the risk on your own self. So believe in DXN, believe in the mushroom. The mushroom is highly therapeutical, super good. I have given to many people and it worked.
Yeah.
Okay?
Correct.
Be careful with your food, that what you can eat. When you ask the hospital, they always say anything you can eat, not anything. No processed food, no sugar, no milk, no flour. All these things is not good. You can get my number from Mr. Nixon or my email. Try to communicate with me. Then at least I can give you my personal view, guidance that will be more helpful for you. So you can gain more confidence to fight this, It is a very huge challenge. It's a big battle for you. Hope that, I can, give you the courage and, to share the knowledge with you. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Later I will send to him the WhatsApp number, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. From another one more question from Mr. Sivanandan Perumal. So he's asking about, doctor, why my both eye are burning sensation after each drop of guano oil? Please advise.
You see, the body signals good or bad with reaction. That is the language of the cell. Every single cells, when they are happy, they produce pain, and they sad also they produce pain. So it is good sense. Okay, it's a good reaction that is improvising. When you keep dropping the oil like weekly, one or twice, if you don't have any eye problem, you can do it 1 week once or 1 week twice, and the burning sensation will go off. Once the burning sensation goes off, that's an indication it has really improved a lot. Then you can reduce it like 2 weeks once, no problem. Okay, and also the eye drop of the Gano RG is also good. You can do that regularly every day in the morning and night, or either one time also is good. But the oil, you must put it every weekly. It applies to all the members of the DXN. The non-members and members, it doesn't matter, as long as you have a functionable eye, you want the eye to last longer and good, do it. Those days in our Indian culture and traditional, our ancestors used to do this regularly for us. But now we already forgot, now we're so technologically, very advanced, so we forgot about the good part. So this is good. Even yesterday I did that, but whenever you put the drops to your eye, you need to go to bed. That is my advice. Why? If you already put in the oil, you reduce the pressure. Why you must put oil to your eyes is to reduce the internal pressure of the nerve, the vessels and all. And then this oil will go in and it will start to do a lot of work. So you need to rest the eyes. You need to close the eyes, relax yourself. And that's the time you want to put the oil, and then you want to watch TV. You want to be on the computer. The lights are going in. The lenses are keep focusing and keep focusing, keep focusing. Then the watery eyes will keep coming. You will be keep rubbing. So all this is putting in too much of load to the eye. So the best is always close the eyes. Take the day off. Okay. Then you won't have this irritation. So that is my answer. Okay.
Okay, doctor.
Because I know that I do that regularly. See.
All right. Another question is, a few is focusing. Wait. Good morning. Okay, another one from Imaya. Okay, good morning, my DXN family. I would like to share. Oh, you want to share some testimonial? Okay. So he's writing up so many things. You want to share by unmute, or I just want to read it?
Which one is that?
No, he wrote a very big testimony.
Himaya.
Himaya.
Okay.
Can we
Do you have
unmute
any
him
other
to
questions?
talk? I think I know. Wait, I think there's no more question, doctor. Yes. No.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
no
see,
more,
the
no more
Himaya
question.
has put the first number. My youngest daughter, never had running nose anymore since few months ago. I gave spirulina, Roselle tablet, lemon Z, and Cocozi. Because Imaya, I think, is from Namibia.
Okay. Maybe you can unmute her to talk.
Yeah, you can. So that's a very good testimony. Yes,
Yeah.
that is. This is why it's very important for the people. This is nutritional. Super nutritional correction. The immune system is been modulated. Then you do not have all this problem. First of all, might be to share here, and it's two ways might be useful to other people. My husband consume few types of coffee and the other products. It's really improved our bedroom activities. And for those who wants to try, I'd like to suggest black coffee, Cordyceps coffee. Yes, this is a very, very important point here.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people, especially, the couples are so shy to talk about this. In fact, the whole world is drowned with erectile dysfunction. In the early age, I have patients in the age of 35, 30, and coming and seeking help for erectile dysfunction. Where are we heading to? And this is what is causing a lot of social problems. If people are not coming out and getting fixed or rectified this, you're going to drown into social problems, hiding yourself, and all these things is not going to help you any further. You're making people stress. You're making a wife stress. How wife making the husband stress, both ways. Very simple. The reason why people have these erectile dysfunction issues is we are eating too much of sugar nowadays. Cut the poison first. Sugar is the biggest culprit. The second culprit is the flour. Everybody in the whole world, it doesn't matter which part of the world you are, you are taking flour. This flour is extremely bad, and this is what the cost. It burns your stomach. The next, it burns the colon. It causes you leaky gut, inflammation, and then you have very high cholesterol, all these things, and it narrows down your arteries, your circulation, and this is what happens. And then everything goes haywire. Your performance drop, your testosterone drop, progesterone drops, okay? Every of these organs drops, your muscle production stops, everything drops. At the age of 40, you look like so sluggish, extremely bad shape and all. Remember, anyone the age of 5, you're definitely going to be 10. From 10, you're going to be 20, 20, 30, 40, 50, and you're going to get old. Remember, no human being is going to remain the same age, extremely performing forever. Remember, so you're going to get old.
Yeah.
And at that old age, you have to be strong. You have to be good. Your vision has to be good. Who said you must use glasses when you aged out? No, there's no such thing. All these things happens is because nutrition, no nutrition, poisons going in. As first, when we started, we spoke about gynotherapy. Toxin is the largest cost. Imbalance of nutrition is another factor. So there's two factors. Who said that old age you deserve to be sick? No, no such thing. Wellness is our birthright, but it depends how you make it good. See, this is very important. So thank you for the person who put this in the message. It's a very good thing that you put in. Maybe one day we will have this separate subject for this. This is very important.
Yes.
Because nowadays people are eating too much and not moving, moving less, eating too much of sugar, too much of flour, and everyone is obese. When they have 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, bedroom activity is shut down, closed. Nobody talks about it. Anyway, it's not important already. You already have children. And this is how the mentality of people nowadays are living. And that's where people, everything goes wrong, social problems comes. Then a lot of separation, divorce, this, that, blah, blah, everything comes. You see, life is something that you need to enjoy your life until the day we retire as a human, until the day we die. Keep it happy, keep it going. Sickness is not part of what we have to bring it back. And don't lose your limb, don't lose your this, that, everything. Have a beautiful physics, good health, no tummy, no belly. All these things is very important. This is the image. Dress up well, make up well. Even when you come to the Zoom, come. This is, pandemic, who said you cannot dress up well? Come dress well, put a coat, tie, come to the Zoom, share your opinion and this and that.
Yes.
A lot of things you can do. Okay. So thank you for sharing. Yes, Cordyceps and black coffee is good. Vita Cafe, we have Vita Cafe is so good.
Yeah.
Cordyceps alone is superb. And Potenzi, we also have Potenzi.
Yes.
Potenzi is another mind-blowing, herbs that can be used for this. Potenzi is not only for men. Remember that. Potenzi is also for ladies who want to have a good circulation, good muscle, good tendons, good synovial fluid, and also it produce good structure of bone and a lot of things. Okay, Potenzi doesn't work only for sexual enhancement, no such thing. Okay, and at the same time, doesn't mean that you put one Potenzi, you can perform like a horse or like a rhinoceros. No such thing. Okay. Provided your health is good condition, you have not obese, you don't have diabetic, you don't have this, don't have that, you're a good, yes, then it keeps on par. A lot of people ask this question. I take potency, nothing happens to me. You have a junk. You have a car which is like, a junk. Then you transform the Ferrari engine, you think you can perform.
Yeah.
If you try to sprint, the engine will fly, the car will fly another side. Remember that. But this body is not the car, but obviously you can reverse the condition, but you need time.
Yes, correct.
6 months, 1 year, go morning, wake up, do some walking, do some, sit-ups, do some, power yoga, do sunya therapy. All these will modulate back, remodule. That is the power of human system. Work on it, work on healing. Don't be an lazy, sluggish person just taking one potency, then expecting some miracles to happen. It will not happen there. Okay.
Okay, there's one more question, doctor. I forgot to
Yeah.
ask just now. The Ganoderma mushroom, the longer term chronic illness, how long does it take to heal?
Ganoderma?
You just say that the Ganoderma mushroom, the long-term chronic illness, how long does it take for healing?
Okay, very good question. So this is therapeutical mushroom. It is a food category. The longer we take, the better it is. Okay, so you can take for 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, many, many years. Continuously take. In my experience, I've seen when you take it for 5 years, you get fantastic results.
Yeah, correct.
I'm taking for more than 5 years already. Dr. Poohan is, been taking it for very, very long time. I think 15 over years. Mr. Nixon, you can put him on board, he's been taking for
more than 15 years.
See, 15 years,
Still
we're going to
healthy,
make him more handsome.
still
Very
going
soon we're going to
strong.
pierce his ears. Pierce his ears and make him more rugged and young looking guy.
Yeah.
Thank you. You see, and Mr. Nemi sir, he is another powerful person. He's faster than the light and lightning.
Yeah.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you for the wonderful
so
introduction.
Boom, he comes in. You see, and he's been for 20 over years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You
why
can
I
walk with him.
yeah.
It's very fast.
So why I raise my hand regarding the first question, the leukemia patient, Dr. Ranjan is very much available here. I would like to Dr. Ranjan to share about leukemia, the first testimonial of DXN India.
Okay, sure. Is there?
Is very much available.
Okay, Dr. Ranjan, you can. I already unmute you. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, Mr. Nixon. Good morning, Dr. Firdaus.
Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So you can share some information.
Happy to join today.
Thank you. Hold on, doctor. One announcement.
Too many calls
the
today.
One who raised their hands. After Dr. Ranjan, we will take your question.
Any questions? Any questions? I can specifically. I can take it up.
Doctor, the thing is, India's first testimony, leukemia patient. One question has come today's session. First question is for the leukemia. So I thought of you can share about the first testimonial of DX in India. Please share that.
Yeah. When DX came to India, actually we were, only the testimonials available in other 8 countries. So we didn't know anything about Ganoderma or DXN company or product. That was way back in 1999. And when it came here, actually Dr. Ratna Ospal sent the RGGL for analysis, 2 labs, one in Chennai, the King's Institute, other in Mysore, to see what is the real content. Because we didn't know, even though, some of the basic things we could understand from Dr. Clarence. So still, we wanted to find out, and Dr. Ratna sent this RGGL to these two labs, and they certified saying that it does not contain any toxic material, no steroids. Because basically being a doctor, we are worried about giving something which will harm the patient,
Okay.
especially some of the drugs which can badly affect our body. So, and both the labs reported that it's absolutely it is not toxic and no steroids in it, because the steroids can do miracles. So in 99 only we had the first testimonial in India. One Miss Rajini, she was a school teacher. She had monocytic leukemia. Doctors in Adair Cancer Institute, they refused to give any treatment because she was so sick. She was bleeding all over. She could not walk. She could not take anything. So they refused any form of treatment because, as you know, the chemotherapy or any form of therapy will be more dangerous in that situation when the patient's condition is very bad. The only option was bone marrow transplant, and that costed around 15 lakhs of rupees at that point of time. Maybe now it is very expensive. So patient being a school teacher, she could not afford, and she asked her family doctor, one Dr. Thangaraj, who is my classmate and my roommate in medical college. And actually, Thangaraj only he was asking me whether any treatment can be given, any other non-allopathic treatment. So I suddenly remembered that Clarence saying this can be useful for cancer patients.
Yeah.
That is how we started giving RGGL to that patient. And she had a very miraculous recovery. In the sense, after taking 1 month, she was able to walk, she was able to take one idli, and her bleeding came down. And by the end of 3rd month, she was almost normal. And the 4th month, she joined her job as a teacher. That was, mind-boggling, and we could not believe. And that was the first testimonial. And actually, in the you can find all the details in the websites. So all the investigations done, everything is there. So that was the first testimonial, and after that only, we thought this could help a lot of people, and then only it struck me that in allopathy also we use a lot of medicines derived from herbs. Plant kingdom. For example, digoxin in cardiology, that is we use for heart failure. That is the only drug for 300 years. That is discovered by one Dr. William Withering. So Dr. Firdaus, I think you will remember our MBBS days teaching, where in pharmacology we used to read about digoxin, about William Withering, how he found out that digitalis leaves, which help the patient with heart failure. So there is no other approved drug for heart failure. Of course, there are certain drugs we have, but nothing like digitalis, which can improve the contractility and the pumping function of the heart. So still we use digoxin in the tablet form and in the injection form, and even drops for children. So, and there is a big chapter on the plant alkaloids. Plant alkaloids in our pharmacology book. A lot of drugs, anti-cancer drugs, paclitaxel, docetaxel. So many drugs are there. So, my, the thinking was that this being derived from the mushroom, from the medicinal mushroom, it can help in many situations. And that point of time, we didn't know much about Ganoderma. Slowly, we started learning, and it almost took about 3 to 4 years for me to become confident to talk about Ganoderma. And the old videos are there. I'm still wondering whether, I have spoken like that. Because that time, I used to give my lectures with a lot of medical terms. So people used to say that, doctor, you are using too many, medical terms which you are unable to follow. Now I think I'm able to simplify that and give it, in non-allopathic, the easy to understand, message. So that's how it started, the first testimonial. Then a lot of testimonials came for, in India, happened for cancers, diabetic gangrene, rheumatoid arthritis. So when we started initially from 2000, all the DXN members, they were behind the patients. Look, they were hunting for patients, cancer patients, all. Let it be any disease, and that time the what is that mega therapy pack was there.
Yeah.
Name me, what was the pack?
It's a diet therapy, doctor.
Diet therapy. So that will last for 1 month, 30 rg, 30 gl, and people used to recommend that for left and right for, for all illnesses. So in the initial stage itself, within a year and a half, we did around 12 crores of Indian rupees business, 12 crores. That time, Mr. Rahmat Puvarsan was the country manager. So that's how it started. And later on only we had other products after 1.5 years, coffee, paste, toothpaste and all. So very interesting story, right from 2000, how it happened. And today we are entering the 21st anniversary. And we are doing well. DXN is doing well. There are a lot of factories established. A big factory is coming up near Hyderabad. So it's all what shall I say, a growth over a period of time, and people have grown, and a lot of in the business also. So many crown ambassadors, crown diamonds, and diamonds all over India. So DXN has grown very well,
Yes,
exponentially. So for that, initially, the testimonials only helped us to promote the RGGL and other products.
Okay, thank you, doctor. Thank you so much.
That's the first testimonial,
Yeah.
and she was she lived for 5 years, but she died of some other complication.
Okay.
Young lady, yeah. So even today we have so many hundreds and thousands of testimonials for cancer.
Thank you. Yes, correct.
But it should be given in initial stages, in stage 1 and stage 2. And it really RGGL works for many diseases. But in DXN, we have to promote only the health part.
Yeah.
The wellness. So we are all wellness, consultants. So my thinking is, we have to promote DXN products for the wellness. So incidentally, it can help a lot of sick people. So when it happens, as DXNers, we are happy.
Yeah.
We are happy, and we are. It's so gratifying that we are able to help patients with our DXN products.
Yes,
That's my
doctor.
sharing.
Yes, thank you, doctor. Thank you so much for the great sharing. So we have another one more person from Namibia is raising his hand. Lovisa DXN Namibia. You can talk now.
Hi, good morning, DXN members.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
We are here in Namibia.
All right.
I have a question regarding the person who is not unable to give birth. What do exactly they have to use?
Come again?
The couple who
Okay.
can't be able to make babies.
Oh, can you conceive? Okay, all right.
Yeah, infertility.
Infertility. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yes, doctor.
What do they need?
Nixon, you can take this question. You're very good in this. Please.
I will send you all the patients to you.
And Mr. Nixon is helping with the DXN products in making babies. Good.
Yeah. Mr. Nixon is been in DXN for 16,
17 years.
17 years.
I know.
A lot of people to become pregnant.
One Dr. Amadakalavali here in near Madurai, she has almost more than 400 to 500 Ghana babies.
Wow, fantastic.
She's a gynecologist and obstetrician,
Yeah.
and she's an excellent doctor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Nixon, you have to answer.
Okay, thank you. So actually for this type of problem, we have to both the male and the man and the women have to go for checkup to see how much the sperm count and everything, you have to know it. So for DXN, for the medical terms, you have to refer to your doctors. For DXN, you have to detoxify your body first. See, we do not know how much the body condition and how much what we call the toxin in the body and also the nutrients in the body. So when the man have a low sperm count, that means he got very high acidic body, and also the nutrients in the body is very low. So you need to balance it first. For the women's side, we have to check for their hormonal, how good is hormone. Is it the hormone is balanced, or how is period regularity? All these things you have to check. For that, you have to take our DXN product for, say, mostly when this kind of case will come to me, I'll give it to both of them, all our DXN product. We start with RG, GL, Spirulina, Morinzyme, and also Codipine. And if possible, you can take a lot of cordyceps. But I do not know whether in Namibia we have cordyceps or not. Is it, doctor, we having in cordyceps in Namibia?
In Namibia,
yeah,
I think mostly the products are going from South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah, Mr. Manoj Master.
Yeah, cordyceps there. Yeah.
Who is under and in my network. I have been to South Africa twice. I have done meetings.
Yeah.
Me and Professor and Dr. Ratna. I think that under his route only the Namibia must be opened up.
Yeah.
Opened.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, the neighboring African countries. So the products should be coming from South Africa. I'm not sure whether whether it's available in.
No. Lovisha is showing up this cordyceps capsule there. I know. I think they already have the cordyceps there. Yeah.
They have.
Yeah. She's showing up there. You can see that.
Okay.
She's showing up there.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah.
That is a very powerful product for the men and also for the women for the reproduction organ and also for the kidney and also for the heart. So whatever it is, we have to follow the gynotherapy formula. So we have to detoxify the body and rebalance back the system. So for that, you have to take the RGGL Spirulina and also take cordyceps, and we have a lot of coffee. For the women's side, we have to take a lot of Morinzy. Along with this, you have to take a lot of Morinzy for balancing back the hormonal. Because Morinzy, we have a lot of very good nutrients in the Morinzy that can able to balance back the hormone system. So we in Malaysia, we have given a lot of this type of product to people. They can conceive. We cannot say how long it will take, but it will take some time. They need to trust in the product. They have to trust some tests, and also they have to take care of their food intake. So they must control their food. Let's say some people, they have obesity problem. Some people, we have a low nutrient problem. You have to check all these things first. Then only able to give them the product. Then only they can see the thing. The timing is different. And also, they need to take a lot of our coffee, because coffee is a very good water stimulator. That means blood stimulator, can able to give a good sperm count. So you have to take a lot of cordyceps coffee, our 3-in-1 coffee, and also our black coffee. This also will help you a lot. So you can give it all this to the patient, no problem. So any other?
Okay.
So definitely they will see a good result, but you have to trust on that. They must be the trust on that.
They should continue till their it gives the benefit. People, within 2-3 months they are able to conceive. Some people they take a year or year and a half or 2 years.
Yeah.
Mostly by around within 6 months to 1 year, 2 years, you know, they'll
Yes,
be able
yes.
to conceive, but you can't guarantee that everybody will conceive.
Definitely, definitely.
But most cases, you know, they are able to conceive.
Yeah.
Recently,
both
I got
husband
one
and-
case.
both-
Recently,
both
I got
husband-
one case that the baby formed within 3 months.
Mr.
Yeah,
Nixon,
yeah.
both husband and wife, they have to take.
Yes, both an husband you have to take.
Yeah.
Most of the time, doctor, is not the women who have the problem. The most of the men have the problem.
Yeah, we are egoistic, no?
Yeah. A lot of people thinking that women have the problem. Actually, this man
Oh,
is
yeah.
not having any problem.
Yeah.
So they should take more of our product.
The sperm count and the tail of the sperm all is very weak.
Yes, correct.
Because you see, now another biggest problem is everyone has very low hemoglobin.
Yes.
The HB is extremely low because of nutrition, and the greens are not so healthy as those days, you know. Then the meats are
Yes.
not good as those days. So everything goes haywire. So spirulina will really plays a very important role. So increase a good dosage of spirulina, at least about 10 to 20 per day.
Yeah, correct.
With God blessing, and good things will happen. Okay.
Even today, doctor, I have one case is she already been pregnant for almost 4 months already, but the
Okay.
hemoglobin is only 8, you know.
Yeah, very
So
low. Yeah.
very poor. So she called us and asked how to increase the hemoglobin because she does not know how to do it. So the only option we're having here is our spirulina.
Yes.
So you take a lot of spirulina. So the spirulina will give you more nutrients so the hemoglobin can go higher. So that's the
Definitely,
only
yeah.
option. So we can help a lot of people using our Ganoderma and our spirulina. So you can give as much as possible to both the husband and the wife, no problem.
Yeah. Some of our coffees also is good. You can add
Yes,
coffee.
especially our Cordyceps coffee.
Yeah, Vita
Yeah.
Cafe, and
Vita
see,
Cafe is
there's,
a bullet coffee.
yeah,
Give you
couples
good
need to.
performance.
Yeah, couples need potency also. You put in the potency as well.
Yeah, correct. In Namibia, they have potency.
Yes, we do have potency.
Then you can give potency for both
See,
the
my
husband and wife.
suggestion is always I tell this to everyone. Okay, when don't put all your mind on making baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people have this very stress. Stress is extremely bad.
Yes.
So what they do, they count the ovulation. Then when they count the ovulation, and that's the time they plot, and then they make love at that time. Then after that, they stop. Then they see and check, keep checking the UPT, urinary test. They keep checking. Then finally they get the period, they get very disappointed.
Yeah.
And then the husband will be sad, the wife will be sad,
Yes.
throw the UPT stick aside.
Yeah.
Be happy, jump in on the bed every day as much as y'all can. Be happy. So when
Yeah.
you are pregnant, you're going to get the information. Nobody is going to get it. So you
Yeah.
see when there is no period for a couple of weeks or month, slowly check. Why you
Yeah.
so, jumping and checking, get so stressed, and then eat this, eat that. Then be like, ooh. Then you say, oh, DXN also don't work. Very fast.
Yeah, definitely.
You cannot, enjoy your life. Life has to be
Yeah.
enjoyed. This is what I told my patient. My patient was 40 something. When she came to me, she asked me, but her planning was not to have baby. She came for the mother. They bought for the couple as well. Then she asked me, doctor, can I conceive? I said, you got 2 kids. He said, that is my adopted kids. I said, okay, to qualify a pregnancy is only few things. You need to be a woman. You need to have the right age. Done. Good. You need to have a functionable husband. He said,
Yes.
good. That part also is very good. I said, God bless. Don't worry. Work on it. And after about 10 months, she called me and she said, doctor, I'm 3 months pregnant. I didn't know. The baby is so big, it's growing. And then she said, she went back to the doctor. The doctor said it's a miracle.
Yeah.
I told her, if the husband is pregnant, then it's a miracle. So this is nothing miracle. You are a lady, you're fit to be pregnant. So enjoy, continue taking the DXN until the day you end the delivery. So now the baby is already like 3.5 or 4 years old.
Fantastic.
God bless you. See, this is the happiness can give you. Okay. So be happy. Don't like target. This is very irritating. Sometimes they go for this IVF, all this stuff. They will give you 8 o'clock sharp. You must, do it. Do you think we are robot?
Yeah, correct.
Cannot, it will never happen because one reason it doesn't happen, success rate very low, stress.
Yeah.
So stress. It's not
It's not
like,
only from the house, doctor, it's all over the place.
yeah, it's not like up only, you can up,
Yeah.
No, all this doesn't work. It all is mind,
Yeah.
it has to be very happy. Happiness is the most important.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so work on it. All right.
Doctor, time is a trick in Gandharma.
Dr. Firdaus,
Yes, doctor.
DXN products will not make the men pregnant. One thing is for sure.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So
That will be a wonderful sight, wonderful things if a man become pregnant.
Yeah.
so God
No,
has
there is no miracle.
created us like that, men like that, and certain responsibilities only the women can do it
Yeah, correct.
Yes.
because we are not good at it.
Doctor, time is a trick in Gandharma.
Yes. Yes. Miss Singh is raised his hand. Maybe.
Yeah, then goes to Dr. Poon, then we can end the session.
Yeah. Miss Singh, yes.
Miss Singh?
Good morning. Good morning.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm actually a member from DXN in South Africa.
All right. Fantastic.
Yes, and I deal, always, I speak to Akshay and actually, I forgot his name. Okay, I am actually the member for actually 7 years.
Right.
And actually, I have a daughter that actually just lost her husband in August last year, and she's epileptic.
Oh,
Okay.
So now, I actually start giving her the DXN product from actually last year August, and
Oh.
I think she actually made enough of actually improvement because she didn't get it back, in epileptic. But what happened was that she was addicted also, to the pain tablet. It was actually Ecodol and Accutech. So now I'm just getting, some problem in actually getting her out of it. But there, Akshay, told me that I must give her a Morenzi, a lot of Morenzi, and I give her GL.
Yeah.
I give her spirulina,
Yes.
and also, actually the Cocozi. I give her. So then, I'm trying to get, that out of, her. But I know if that is going to help her. I know the doctor is there. Maybe the doctor can ask her a question.
Okay.
Does
for
that help her?
epilepsy, yeah?
Yes.
Yes, it
Yes.
will help. In fact, there's many reasons why we get epilepsy. So we don't want to bring that into, this. So just give the products, RG, GL, spirulina, and lion's mane is very, very important.
Yes, very important.
Okay. And please
Sorry, what is a lie?
lion's mane. Lion's mane is another mushroom we have. Please check. I think in South Africa they have.
No, I don't think South Africa got it because we're actually looking for. Actually, I think they only have the product because I used all the product of DXN.
Okay. If you don't have, doesn't matter. Increase the GL.
Yeah.
More GL.
And also
Spirulina is very important. Okay, increase the
Yes.
spirulina and GL as well.
Yeah.
And coffees, you know, the Lion's Mane coffee or Cordyceps coffee, both is also good. I think Cordyceps coffee will be very good. And Cocozi,
Yes.
Cocozi is
Yes.
another very, very good. And please stop the child if she's drinking milk, you know, bread and, you know, all the flour-based food. Please stop them from that. And that also will contribute a lot of good improvement on that. And our Sunya therapy is extremely powerful for this kind of people, for mind balancing and all. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you integrate all this and don't have to stop the hospital medication immediately. So gradually after a period of time, you know, the child improves, the physician will stop the medication as and when it's required. Okay.
She's actually not a child. It's, you know, my daughter, she's about 45 years old.
Okay. Well, how long have you been
Yeah.
having this epilepsy?
Not 45, 38 years.
38.
She-
Okay.
38 years. But for 5 years now, yes, she has
Okay,
been,
okay.
you know,
Just,
actually having this.
Yeah.
But then when she came to stay with me, then I actually, you know, just thought as much, you know, maybe, you know, she haven't got, you know, the epileptic. She's not
Okay.
epileptic. Is because she was taking a lot of, you know, that painkillers, you know,
Okay,
the
okay.
Accutech and
Yeah.
and actually, you know, the Acadol. So
Okay.
because when I read, you know, that I read and I saw it also causes, you know, actually seizure.
Yes.
So
yes.
so that's where I actually because from, you know, since she has been taking all these products, she didn't get it again.
Okay, fantastic. Continue. Don't stop, and keep the
Yeah.
mind good. The Sunya therapy,
Yeah.
you know, because the
Yeah.
body and mind works along. You know, it
Yes.
is one, you know, component that, you know, doesn't. So that
Yes,
will
sir.
really help very well. Okay.
Okay, and actually one more question I wanted to ask you, Doctor.
Yes.
Has actually a member of actually a DXN, we taking all the products. Are we actually is it viable actually, you know, to take, you know, the injection for the virus?
Okay.
Because
what-
now
Again
I
and
was
again, the same
Very
question.
difficult
Okay,
question.
you see, actually,
Yes.
you know, being in DXN, being in a DXN member, it is very good. You can safely go and take it. Okay, that's what
Yes,
I would
sir.
say. Yeah, because it is, you know, a lot of people are having a lot of conspiracy, you know, vaccines, this blah blah stuffs and all. If you are strong enough, you are very powerful, you're good, you will not scared for a battle. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if you have the correct immunization, you have everything with you, why do you scared for a war? Right?
No, because I was a little, you know, worried because before I actually start taking, you know, actually a DXN product,
Yeah.
I was actually immune to sugar, pressure, I am a
Yes.
hypertension,
Yeah.
and also a cardio and depression. I was in all those, and because I lost a daughter in accident,
Okay.
and that all
about
contributed to my. So then I was a little bit because I did have the COVID. The whole family, we had it. It was
Okay.
the start of the first disease we had it. So then I
Okay.
took all HDX and product to get it out. So when I went for a test, they said my blood is 100%. They said no problem with me. And I am actually, my age is now 60 years. So actually, you know, I was just asking, you know, whether to go take it or either just continue with, you know, DXN product, because I take a lot. I actually have the coffee and I take all the products.
Fantastic. You look very young.
Yeah,
60 is
correct.
Thank
actually,
you.
you know, 60 is not old, you know, it's very young, you know. So put the age aside, you know, you have the capacity, you know, to reverse back your aging, you know, you can even work on your modality of improving your specs. You don't need to use specs. All these will improve. Immune system is such a beautiful system. So stick with DXN, take the products, keep your mind, you know, positive. Definitely you will get very well. Okay.
No, it's true because I had a cataract in my eye, and actually it was actually last year. And when I spoke to this guy, he is from the Philippines,
Okay.
and he was that guy that introduced the product to me. His name was Vic Bonto. So he said, no, yeah, to get the cataract out of my eye, I have to use a lot of the DXN product. So since I started using it, I see the cataract it actually disappearing. So now I can drive also.
Yeah, can, definitely can. You're
Yes.
improving a lot. Good.
Yeah, but thank you so much speaking to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Keep join
Thank you,
all
ma'am.
our
Thank you
Zoom
so much,
sessions,
ma'am.
Thanks. Thanks
Okay,
very
okay.
much.
All right.
Okay,
Okay, Dr.
bye.
Bhuvan.
Yes, Dr. Puvan.
Good morning. Good morning, Doc, and
Good
morning,
morning.
Dr. Ranjan and Mr. Nixon and everyone present.
Yeah.
Mine is a very simple testimonial about fertility.
Okay.
Okay, I had one of my former students from Saudi Arabia. He had a first child. And then his second child, the doctor said that he had infertility problem because his sperm count was very low. So he only took 2 products, one of which was spirulina. He used to take something like 50 a day, 50 tablets a day. And the other thing that he took was Richelieu powder, lots and lots of Richelieu powder. He took the spirulina for 2 months, but the Richelieu powder he took for about 4 months.
Yeah.
Only he took, not his wife, and then his wife conceived.
Wow.
And he got the child. It was really amazing. Yeah, that's that is what I wanted to share today. Thank you. I said, oh, that's my first Gano baby. I claimed that it was my baby.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Super.
Okay, this last question is for alopecia.
Yeah.
Okay, alopecia is something which is to do with immunity. Okay, yes, you can take RGGL spirulina and apply coconut oil on the area, the VCO, that's very good.
Yeah.
But it'll take a little time, okay?
Yeah.
So if you need the urgent treatment, obviously I advise you to go and see a skin specialist. Now we have a lot of, intra-articular injection, to regrow back immediately. That is very fast. But work on the DXN so that in future you not get alopecia.
Yes, correct.
If your immunity is going to be very bad, the alopecia may recurrent frequently.
Correct.
So we don't want that. So for a fast treatment, you can always go and take. You see, a lot of people think that taking medication is very bad. Actually, it's not like that. You must know how to use it. Okay. Allopathy medication is extremely powerful, and it's like a sharp as a knife. If you use it wisely, that is good.
Yeah.
If you do not or overuse it, that is where it become a problem in the later part. Okay. So now we have a lot of, you say, for example, people say, no, I don't take drug, this and that. You say you get anaphylactic shock. If you do not go to the emergency, you'll die within 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And you have time to negotiate. Human body is meant, you can handle medication, but you must know how to use them. But a lot of people do not understand that taking like peanuts, painkillers every day. Why? You eat bad, you live bad, you think bad, then you'll be taking a lot of allopathic medication. At the end of the day, you become sick. You become like a garbage bin, too much of toxin internally, and don't put the blame on doctors. Okay, doctors, we manage disease, we do not cure you. Your cure is in your hand. Go and fix your health, make it pure and good. That's what I say. Okay, so for that is what for alopecia, we have a lot of good records for alopecia. So please. All right.
Dr. Firdaus.
Yes, sir.
For the hair growth,
yeah,
basically we need to confirm that the hair follicles are not dead.
Yes.
If the hair follicles are not dead, we can revive.
Yes.
But once the hair follicles are dead and it is impossible to grow the hair.
Yes, that's right.
So, as you rightly said, they have to apply it very early when the alopecia is happening. and mostly the alopecia in men is genetic,
Genetic, yes, that's right.
male type of baldness. But
Mhm.
alopecia areata is mostly due to some infections or toxins or whatever.
Yes.
So that can be addressed. So anyhow, hair has no function because I don't have much hair. I'm also
So do
bald.
I, doctor.
So not to worry about that. So when you are bald, you look more manly, like Mr. Nixon,
Yeah.
like
See?
Mr.
Yes,
Nixon,
sexy man, yeah.
right? So there is a saying in Tamil, கூந்தல் இருக்கிறவங்க அள்ளியும் முடிச்சுக்கலாம் விரிச்சும் போட்டுக்கலாம்னு சொல்லிட்டு இல்லைன்னு என்ன பண்றது? Dr. I mean, Mrs. Shell says that I don't agree. Okay, there is a divided opinion. It all depends
Yeah.
what one wants and one doesn't want. And actually, in the hair is the antenna. Maybe from
So that it can
the
receive all the
yeah,
frequencies.
probably from the cosmos, you'll be getting signals, right? To act like an antenna. So actually, I think I've shared it earlier when I shared it when I had a session in Dubai. There was one question: why can't DXN produce hair dye? So hair dye, you need ammonia. Ammonia is
Ammonia,
toxic,
yeah.
and also you need a lot of other chemical substances, especially the modern hair dyes. The chemical hair dyes, they contain a component called polyphenol diamine. Polyphenol diamine is very toxic. It can get absorbed in the skin, through the skin, and it can affect your eyes. It's a carcinogenic. So we need to be careful on that. You can use natural dyes like things like henna. Yeah, you can use, some people, they dye their hair with DXN coffee. Yes, that is good. Again, Mr. Shell has given that comment. Yeah, and yeah, so you can mix all these natural products and get a hair dye which is natural, which is non-toxic, rather than using some of the commercially available products which are highly toxic. And hair coloring also, I don't recommend, because all the coloring agents are, cancer producing, and they can harm the skin, especially our sensitive organs like eyes. They can get affected. So you can lose your vision. We never know. So best thing is to not use it. So if one wants to take a risk, yes, fine, they can do it, no problem.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Nixon, back to you.
Yes, doctor.
Okay.
No, I was just reading the some.
So you and me, we don't have any problem.
Yeah. No problem. We just have to after take bath also we need to clean our hair. Just go out.
Yeah.
only.
So not much hair oil,
Yeah.
right? No need,
Just
no
wear a
need
shirt
for
and go out.
much shampoo.
Yes.
All
yes.
these things, probably, we can avoid, rather, we can spend less on that.
Yeah. Yes. We save some money on that. Okay, doctor. All right. So I think there's no more question here, doctor.
Yeah, we will end the session now.
We end the section, I think. All right. Thank you so much for everyone to join today. We hope that we answered all people's questions here. So any other questions we cannot answer or you are not answering here, we can answer in the next section. You can ask in raise hand also. So here you must understand that the DXN Ganoderma or any DXN product is not any medication. We aren't giving any solution for medication. You must understand we are just giving a good food to people to enjoy the good health. We are not giving any medication here. So you must understand DXN never provide any medication supply here. So we are just giving a good food, right nutrients, healthy food. That's all. So you also understand this. So any complication you have, any medical problem, you consult with the doctor. Along with that, you take our DXN product so they can see a good result. So that is our motto here. So health is our wealth. So thank you so much for joining for this section. Keep coming up, and for our next section will be next Friday. So at same time, same here. So have a great day. Bye bye. See you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
one and
Thank
all.
you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you,
Dr.
Anand.
Everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.